Hey, 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 Wheatfield. Welcome back to the Wheatfield. This is your girl Lottie from Tears and Wheat to Roll Show, where you sure enough never know what you're going to get. I sure enough tell you what, I got to take this hair scarf off because my brain need a little bit of air. Whew, goodness. I don't know how folks do that. Wear them things all day long. I cannot. I felt like I couldn't get no blood flow up into this space. How y'all doing? How you doing? Welcome. Welcome back to the Wheatfield. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is your girl, Lottie, your favorite channeled messenger. If you new, welcome to you too. What up, my wheat? I pray that you subscribe. I pray that you vibe. I pray that you subscribe. Yes, hang on in there with me. I know it's kind of quirky. It's kind of weird right now. You don't know what the heck. I'm just saying. It's like a whole box of chocolates, beloved. You just never know what you're going to get. You just never, ever know. And this is not I'm a whole professional amateur, okay? We just doing what we are designed to do, walking in our purpose. Yes, we are. We have discovered a few things. So we got to give a disclaimer before we jump into it. All right? So just hang on there with me while we get this thing out, okay? And then we're going to jump into a little bit of a text. We got some cards. We got some crystals. I mean, we do it all. You know, we are a channeled messenger. We are. We channel in the spirit with the Most High God, our eternal Lord of all, its breath of life in the infinite intelligence of the all. Yeah, that's just what it is. We bring messages from the spirit. We channel, which means the spirit will speak through me and I will say what the spirit says. We scribe. I will write it. The spirit writes it. My apologies, Father. Yes, the infinite intelligence of the all, the breath. Yes, they write it. I say it. What they write, I say. That's about it. We pull the cards. Cards back up what we say. That's pretty much what it is. We don't do shit but chop it up. Chop it up so we can chop this shit up and get it out. Yeah, you heard me cuss. I don't have a profane mouth, but I damn sure do cuss. I pull a text from every theology that I can have, that I can get my hands on, that I've acquired thus far. Everything that I've read and studied over the last 25 years, of pretty much about that, a year or so, in my life, to kind of get a deep understanding and an awareness of what creation is, what the Father is. I've had some Passover out of this manifestation experiences that's also deep in my awareness, and some hell of a tears also that cracked me wide open. When I say awoke, awakening, all of that, trials and tribulations to push some shit out, yes. Okay, so if you can hang on in there with your girl, if you can vibe with that, if you can rock with that, subscribe. You might want to do it now, but if you don't, wait till the end of the show, and I hope you be feeling it. I hope it ends up to be something that you care about, and then you will share it out, and that you also will be so intrigued and so inclined to come in every time and hit that bell so that you can get every spell. Yes, we love it. We love doing what we do. We love bringing these messages to you. So again, it's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. It could be slow. It could start off like that cold, thick Crisco, like back in the day where you had to get it out the can and put it in the pan. Most I come through and put some heat on it. Dude, put some heat on it. And we sure enough get to cooking. We get to frying. We might drop in some little nuggets, some catfish nuggets or something like that. But some days it'd be like a whole pot roast, you know, some chili or something. I made some pinto beans the other day. Whew, you talking about let them things washed, got them washed, soaked all day, hours soaked them, and then threw them in a crock pot. Yeah, season them up real good, and then put that thing on low and let it go all night until the next day, evening, really, until dinner time. When I say some pinto bean, you know that, like, you throw a little fried chicken, some cornbread, some greens, and some macaroni and cheese. I made this on a Wednesday, okay, because I really don't care. We don't believe that. Yeah, Father say believe that. Yeah, because we did. That's the truth. So anyway, yeah, provide some goodness for that soul. That's what we just said. Some good nourishment, some good fiber, make you get some shit out. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, y'all, This is me. This is Lottie. And I pray that you still with me. Yes, that you ready to go. You ready? Look, I'm through cards. I throw cards all over the place. Because this one we wanted to push everything out. You talking about being naked and raw. Because we ain't professional. We not. It's just tarot. And we married tarot with testimony. We do. That's what it is. That's what it is. So I pray that y'all can rock, y'all can vibe. Let's jump on into it. But before we do that, we got to pray. Yes. Spiritual, not religious. But everything is done in prayer and everything is done in the spirit. We ask permission before we do everything. That's right. Worthiness of a harvest. We see them two energies and we're going to be talking about Dharma. Yes, and the pathway to get there. So let's pray on that the Father will bring in a message for us that's good, that's not only edifying unto self, so that I can edify the source, but edifying unto you, my weak, because I'm going to serve this thing out. Father going to serve it out. And you be edified so that you can edify the source. Let us come together over these principles, yes, so that we can magnify ourselves, increasing that what? Harvest, so that we called for good bread. Serve the source. Yes, because that's what it is about. Increasing the harvest. Yes. So y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Let's get it. Get into some prayer. Which crystal, Father? Which crystal would you like for us to have the channel with? No crystals? No crystals. Okay. Thank you, Father. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Father. We come to you. We come to you humbly, submitted, and ready for service. Yes. We come to you knowing with an awareness of who you are, where you are, omnipresent with us all. Yes. In the kingdom. Yes. And you inhabit the throne of our praises. Yes. And as we praise you through any and everything, knowing that we are pure potentiality, we are pure consciousness, that we are called, each and every one of us, uniquely made and designed by you, the Father, called and made by your intelligence. You called us, but made by your intelligence. Yes, you did. And you feel and animate us, all of creation, with your breath, your force of life. Allow that force and that intelligence to move and to work in this space. Grant me the spirit of protection while we channel. Let this Okay, I need to back up because we missed a part of this prayer, did we not? Yeah, we did. We need that intelligence and that breath of life to work in this space. Why do we need it to work, Father? For self-edification, so that we can do what? Edify you. Because why? Heaven has come where? To earth. It resides where? In earth and on earth. To do what, Father? The work of heaven. Yes, here on earth. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for filling in that space, for giving me the words to pray. I appreciate it. Yes. Pull me back, Father, so that you may be before me at all times, that I do not overstep you, that you are my guidance. Yes, you are. I surrender onto you. Thank you, Father, so much for all of the awareness, all of the things that you are gifted and given onto us, so that we can come into remembrance. Yes, let us come into remembrance. 'Tis the season to remember who you are, the Creator, that which called and made all things by its intelligence and used its breath of life to move creation, to develop it, to push it, to press forward. Yes. For growth, for ascension, just to allow us to be, so that you can experience yourself through all of it. Yes, creation is whole. It is whole and it is purposeful. It is. It has a purpose. That which it is designed to do. And we all serve you. Yes, we do. We do. And as we surrender to this work, I ask that you now protect me. Protect us as we go forward in the work, bringing in your might, the spirit of might, to keep a watch and a guard over us. Keep a guard over us. Guard my channel. Guard my channel, as I know that there are energies here that will seek to distort me, to disillusion me, to confuse and conflict this message for me and for your wheat. Guard them out. Block them out. Keep us guarded and block them out. Brighten our light. Brighten us up so bright that we blind anything that is coming towards us and then be turned back and be confused. Yes, yes, yes. Send on to them which that what they would have bring on to us. I return every bit of energy sent on to me in every form and every kind, and I return it magnified 100 times using the law of doubling. Thank you so much, Father, for this awareness, for these mighty gifts, the gifts that you have bestowed upon me. I ask you for you to set me back. You step forward and deliver the words that you would have me to say unto your we. And if we have said everything that we needed to pray and we are in alignment, please, please seal us with your ashe or give us further words that we should pray. Are we in alignment, Father? Are we in alignment? Are there further words that we should pray? The Father of creation, the infinite intelligence of the all, the breath of life. Are we in alignment and ready to serve? Yes. Our Father, would you please seal us with your ashe? Ashe, ashe. There was something in the waiting in that space that I felt that was very, very, I feel is very important. I can't call the word quite yet, but it's something about being in that space. Father spoke a couple times about meditation and putting yourself in your mental space, like allowing yourself to take a journey in your mental mind, in your spirit. Okay, there is a reminder here to breathe and to meditate. We saw that come out, to use your mental state, your breath, to put yourself in a place that you can travel beyond what you currently see in your present situation. Being able to visualize yourself in another space or at your end goal, your result, what is that ultimate dharmic space? What does it look like for you? To be able to see that, to feel it, to sit in that space in the spirit and just be. Because there is a space in the spirit where breath is not needed, like our need to is not needed. There is a space to do that. And so as we breathe in, like, okay, let me back up because I get squirrel. So we said mental space to sit there using the breath, using visualization in your mental mind. Those are practices. They are principles to practice, tenets almost. But when we breathe, there is a breathing technique that is, because we are charged, we have a negative and a positive charge. So we can breathe up positive air up one side. And the way I had to learn how to do this, and I still practice it because it's a little bit difficult to put the muscle memory to not breathe through the mouth, but only breathe through these two charged channels. So we can plug one side and we can breathe up the positive. blowing out the negative. Then I'm going to breathe back up the negative. I know it sounds weird. Now, when you get the hang of it, so you breathe up the negative, blow out the positive, right? So you get that up flow, then out, then up, and then out. And this is a balancing breathing technique. It balances your energy, the charge of airflow that's coming in. Because oftentimes we breathe very erratically. It's chaotic, right? Or it's just not mindful, right? We don't put attention focus on our breathing. So when we breathe and just breathing, oftentimes what's happening, because there's no attention, two things. We don't take full breath. It's not from the diaphragm, where that diaphragm is really squeezing, like that good squeeze to push those lungs up so that your internal wings can expand, right? Expanding those internal wings and having them contract. And what does that work, helps with that work, is your diaphragm. So to do deep diaphragm breathing is very, very, very important to practice that. And then the charged breathing, up the positive and out the negative, or up the negative and out the positive, is another thing. And then to breathe both for balance. And coming back into a centered state is another really big thing. And as you can see, when you breathe up, you can let that air hang out. Just hang out in this space. And the deeper you go, you will see that you can hang out in that breathless state for longer and longer and longer. And in that breathless state, we have the field of potentiality. Let's jump into it. We need a little bit of lip gloss, just a little bit. And I need to grab a little cup of water too. I need a sip. I still didn't get my sip. So I'm not for sure if you guys have this book. Wasn't very expensive at all. It's not, I think it's less than $10, most likely. With inflation, I don't know now. But it's called The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. And we have read this a couple times. And if you've been down through my archives, you've seen me go through this book. Deepak Chopra is one of my favorite authors. Very, very spiritually connected. I mean, like, the principles that he brings forth in his books are just amazing. I have the 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. We also have the Book of Secrets. Also, he also has another one that is The Universe is Within. And I thought I had bought that, replaced it. It might be in a tote somewhere. I think it's probably in parts that I haven't unpacked yet. But we fiddled through it. We haven't dug as deeply in it, but we considered rebuying it. But I think we paused on that because we felt like we still had it somewhere and we didn't want to be redundant. But we do need to be diligent and find it. Yeah, to seek, look for it. Yeah. So the Book of Secrets by Deepak is also very good. Also very good. And that 7 Secret is also good. Should we get it? No. Okay. Let me grab some water. 2, 3 seconds. Give me your grace. I'll be right back. Y'all see Sasha sitting back here. She likes to do that while I channel. So that's just her thing. Y'all. I left it on my other table. Left it on the other table. Sorry, baby. Sorry. You see, she didn't even move. One time that you could pretty much sit on the cat and they don't move. Anytime I channel, she got to be right here. I mean, she don't go. I had to kick her off my lap like 3 times because I don't want you putting cat hair all over my dress. I don't like that. That's just not. Anywho, I digress. And anybody that knows me and been around this channel long enough, no, I usually have a cup. I do. I usually have a cup, and the spirit picks out the cup in the morning. It does. I guess it's my acknowledgments and introduction. Ha! We're going going to talk about this table of contents so we can run through the remaining principles real fast. So just so you can kind of get an awareness of what they are and what leads up to the principle. There's number 7, spiritual law of success, which is Dharma. Yes, our purpose, and to discover it. Because how many people we are on our journey to success, like to find our purpose. And even successful people who have, like, you've gotten the money, you've gotten maybe fame or notoriety or all of these little titles and things like that that you really can't take nowhere with you. It's just, Anyway, we talked about, was that in this one? What we talked about? Releasing titles. It might have been chopping up the table. Anywho, we got squirrel. Oh, people acquire titles and notoriety and fame, but that doesn't mean that they're happy, and that doesn't mean that they feel like what they're doing is purposeful or purposeful of purpose or purposeful, or that they feel full while they're doing what they're doing, because it lacks purpose, and they're still on a discovery to find what their purpose is. So I acknowledge that I don't got my cup today. We a professional amateur. We kind of introduced ourselves. That's an acknowledgement. We done that introduction. Chapter 1, the first spiritual law, is the law of pure potentiality. And that is what we access when we go into that deep rhythmic breathing. I just broke my little pen. Yeah, had to release some stuff, let it go. But I broke it sitting up here fiddling around with it. Anyway, so when we access the pure law of pure potentiality, that is letting us know that, we are all pure consciousness. We are. We are consciousness at our base level. Like our spirit is pure consciousness. We can create anything that we want. We can manifest anything that we want from that space. You can go into your spirit, you can sit there, you can see it, you can feel it. And as you feel that thing, then you know that it becomes real, because everything that we do comes from the inside out. Everything is from the inside out. It's never the outside in, right? So to access your true divinity, yourself is inside the kingdom, inside of your pure potential, your space. The kingdom space contains pure potentiality. From there, you can manifest anything. Chapter 2 is the law of giving and receiving. Everything in creation gives and receives. You give and receive every time you breathe. You do. You give and receive every time you think, every time you speak. Everything that you call can manifest. Manifest from where? Law number 1, pure potentiality. You are a manifester. Your body itself is a vessel, and you are in it. You, your true spirit self, are in the kingdom. That's where you are. And you ride around in a vessel that was created from you. You created this. The Most High's infinite intelligence designed us in such a way that it would put us in a vessel, yes, to experience this 3D plane. And we give onto the plane. It is heaven coming to earth to do the work. And we give the work in service. And we do it whether we realize it or not. We are always giving onto creation. But giving, it also begets receiving. So be mindful of what you give. You can give the bare minimum, and something that would be what you receive, each after its own kind. So look at the level of what you're giving. Look at the type of giving, what you are giving. Look at the level and pace of what, when, and how, the rhythmic, the pace of what you give. Because it could be, again, like I said, that bare minimum. Some people are in that state where they are unable to do more than just breathe. And what they're getting back is pretty much not more than just the ability to breathe or survive. It's something very different to vibrate on a frequency of what you want to receive. So to give yourself in such a way to vibrate at that level often takes that awakening to push things out, to push through adversity. Yeah. So let's look at what we're giving and how we're giving. And that leads into karma, cause and effect, which is law number 3. Karma and cause and effect are directly related to law number 2, which is giving and receiving. Giving begets receiving. You get back what you put out. And everything that you put out has a ripple effect on creation. You are highly important. You are highly important. Everything that you say is important. Everything that you do is important. It has repercussions that could reach for generations. Generations. It impacts creation itself. And you give onto the infinite intelligence by being who you are. Just by fulfilling self-edification, you give onto the infinite intelligence. Everything that you know, everything that you experience, lends on to the intelligence of the all. Did you know that? That you yourself increase the intelligence of creation. Yeah, you do. You're very important. What you say matters, and it has an effect. What you give out matters. It creates karma. It does. And oftentimes there are things that we need to transmute, that we need to transform. Our bodies, these vessels, have energy systems, energy centers, systems and centers. Because this body is integrated. It's levels of systems on systems and systems. We call them systems, but we don't think about it in terms of like a computer software system. You know, that's what you are. You are the highest form of technology in this plane. Don't ever let anybody tell you that you're not. The 8 wonders of the world reside in you, in your vessel, on your vessel. They are what allows you to experience creation itself. Again, your body is a vessel. It is a manifester. It takes in data and creates a reality. And we share this reality because our minds are connected. That is the greatest wonder. It is the 8th. It is. This book starts at Dharma, which is 7. But it doesn't talk about how do we all experience Dharma and how does it feed the whole, because we are connected by number 8, the grand cosmic mind, the infinite intelligence of the whole. And I say that there's probably a number 10 because of the breath moves. And then the breath, the infinite intelligence of the all of creation itself, is still does not encompass the source, the creator that made it all. We are all pieces of the source, but the source is so much more than all of us, all of creation, including the intelligence, including the breath. The source is still more. It's like an anthropology term, like the whole is greater than the sum of all of its parts. So if you can think about it like that, if you're an anthropologist, buff, like you love anthropology, and to study, again, cultures all over the world, as do I, you will see that that's the same. The whole is greater than the sum of all of its parts. Yeah. Anywho, let's jump into number 4. Chapter 4, or spiritual law number 4, is the law of least effort. Doing the least. You can manifest everything in your mind. Again, your mind is powerful, hugely powerful. Your mind, your thoughts, your words. Coming into alignment, your true self, your kingdom self, coming into alignment, sending this energy, because you're bringing in energy from the plane, bringing in energy from the plane. You have sight that's bringing in light energy. You have ears that's bringing in sound energy. You can smell, you can taste, all of these things. I don't know how your nose and your taste buds work, but I do know that its frequency is energy. We can taste this stuff. We can taste creation. We can smell it. You can hear, you can, I mean, like all of this discernment you bring, but it's bringing in energy all the time, beloved. Bringing in the energy for you to process it. You bring it in. But what happens is that our AI, our mental, like our pseudo mind thinks that it's real. The vessel thinks that it's real, that it's you. We have an identity placed on the vessel, on the pseudo personality, on a pseudo self. Right, this right here, Lati. Oh, that's not me. I have a whole spiritual name. It was revealed onto me. It's pretty exciting. It's pretty powerful for the spirit to reveal your name, like your highest self, your name. Right. So I know that I'm here, and so now my pseudo self and my real self are. Oh, my pseudo self is aware of my real self. Right, and I allow my spiritual self, my highest self, to take precedence over this pseudo mind. And as I bring my real self, my pseudo self, in alignment with the Most High God, then now I am centered, I am aligned, and I can bring in all of this energy into my kingdom space and have it discerned up through my chakras and send that up to the Father. And the Father will put that download on that crown, and then I can use my heart space and bring my spiritual, my heart space, and my intuition, this mind space, all of these into alignment. I obey and surrender onto what the Father has given me. And then that is what I serve out to the wheat. It's edifying onto self first, because again, my highest good serves the source, my highest good. And then when that is so overflowing, it just overflows and spills out everywhere. And you can serve that out onto your wheat. Now, some people don't choose to serve that out, and that's totally fine. Some people do this out in the open. Some people do it in isolation, and that's totally fine, whichever way you choose, beloved, based on your calling. That number 7, your Dharma. Let's get there. Number 5 is an intention. What we just was stating. What is your desire? Do you choose to do it with others or for others, or do you choose to just edify self? And that's fine. That's why I would never feed you anything that I won't eat, because it's self-edifying first. If I can't eat it, and if I can't serve it up to the Most High, I'm not going to put it on your plate. No. Not going to do that. I'm going to tell you, we need to sit on that recipe a little bit longer. We need to practice that principle a couple more times, or, cook that up and make sure that it's good. It's good unto self. It's good unto source. And then that is blessed, and I can serve it out to you. That's how that goes, because that's the intention, and that is the desire, to serve the Most High. Heaven coming to earth, in earth, to do a work, the work of heaven. Easy, in my opinion. And then there's a detachment. You have to detach from it. How it plays out. Because life is built with uncertainty. The infinite intelligence bakes in certainty and uncertainty on its ride. This right here, is supposed to grow you. And if you knew everything that you would go through to get through, you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't do you. You wouldn't. You'll be like, you mean to tell me that if I go down yonder on today's date and I'm going to get 2 flat tires right before Christmas and have to spend my last little shopping money, you wouldn't go. You wouldn't. You wouldn't do that. But how did you know that going down there and spending that last few dollars to get them 2 tires replaced was going to put you in the mechanic's place where you just met your kingdom spouse? Just saying. Or how do you know that when you got there, you looked down and found a lottery ticket that's a winner? Or just the fact of trusting on the Lord to make a way where you can have that money to fix them two tires, and you wasn't on your way out of town somewhere else when they blew, and then that would have caused you to have your light extinguished early, your vessel to be destroyed, and then your light go rest. I mean, it could have been a design, but Father might have been trying to guide you around something. Rejection for your protection, right? All of those things that you get attached to. Why didn't they, and who didn't, and they didn't call, and I didn't get this, and the job. Sometimes that rejection, all the time, is for your protection, to move you. When people say no and we feel pain, it is to galvanize us and to create the energy that we need, transmuting that energy so we can send it up to the Father, have discernment, give it over, give ourselves relief and comfort, receive the download, the intuition, the intellect that comes from that, so that we can learn. We can discern it in this heart space. We can be edified and build ourselves up so we can serve it out. We can surrender onto it so that you can serve it out. But surrenderance and acceptance is sticking out in my head like a pin in that. Surrenderance and acceptance, yes. And when we can detach from how we think things are supposed to play out, we move into a space that allows our Dharma to manifest. And that is the pathway to the seventh law. Seventh spiritual law of success. Father wants me to go back to detachment because there's another piece in that we didn't mention. So we mentioned about how others may reject you, whether it's employment, career, romantic, whatever. We mentioned briefly about things going away from us, transitions, death. But I feel like there's something else in that. Attachment to people. People, not just places or things, but people themselves. Because we are so attached to our vessel, our identity, the thought of who you are. I am this, I'm that, No, you're not, beloved. For the most part, you're not. For the most part, it's what we've created in here. It is our mental construct of self and what self is. Yeah. And we attach ourselves to other people. Again, I hear titles, and whether it be, just don't click off. Don't. I'm just saying. In this space, I might say some stuff that might challenge your belief. I really could, but I pray. I pray that you would stick with me and just hear it through. Just hear it through. And I pray that it gives you some comfort. Because creation is whole, beloved. Creation is whole. And we don't go anywhere. We are always held in creation. Is there levels to this? Absolutely. It's levels to this ish. Okay? We move up. We ascend. We keep it moving. But in the spirit, once this vessel, we talked about this vessel taking in energy, that it never rests. Creation never rests. It's always moving. They just discovered that the universe hums. Of course it does, because it's moving. That you can hear the frequency, the vibration of the universe. Yeah, you should. If you can tune your ears to be able to hear it, or have the correct equipment to be vessel equipment to experience creation. Again, your eyes bring in light and your ears bring in sound resonance. We put together the language and the visuals in our mind. The smell and taste come from our mind. We do that. And because we could taste fried chicken the same or lemonade the same, we know that our minds are connected. We can discern in a common way for connectivity, and that gives us comfort. We come through in this manifestation as babes, and we have to learn everything again. We don't remember that pineal that holds all of that infinite ancient intelligence. The intelligence of the all is held in your pineal. You don't remember it. You have to have that cracked open, that awakening we saw. You talking about an awakening to what? But when you woke, it's still work to do. I mean, because you see that awakening, she was giving birth. What happens when you give birth? You don't just drop the kid and leave it there. Oh no, you got to nurture that. You got to care for it. You have to grow it up and mature it So that means there's more learning because creation ain't born with instructions. You pop a baby out, you tell me where's the manual. It ain't. You gonna have to learn some stuff. And it's practicing because any person that has more than one child to what you do with the first one ain't necessarily what you do with the second one. It's not. You be done rolled into some law of least effort. Cause that first one, most parents be doing the most. You talking about you got baby beds, you got cribs, you got bassinets, you got playpens, you got a little cup, you got. I mean, I'm talking about this baby coming in here with everything that it ain't gonna use, cause it's gonna outgrow it before you even get a chance to take it out the pack. How many sets of newborn clothes that they come up in here too big to wear? Can't even fit a newborn. A NB to know, baby, 10 pounds coming out wearing 3 to 6 months already. And everything that you thought you knew, that you thought you was going to use, went to what? You had to rethink that. Giving birth to something, awakening is only the beginning. And you talking about going on a lifelong journey because you never stop being a parent. Once you become a parent, it's never done. That work is never done until your vessel either goes is placed to rest and your spirit goes to rest, you know. Or unfortunately they may go before you. And that could be that is the design in every situation. Because nothing gives or takes life but the Father. Nothing gives or takes life but the Father. And everything is held in creation because we are all whole. Their physical vessel may not still be here. It may not. It may be resting in the dirt, returned back to the earth. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. It will return from the earth from which it came. Because my light is residing in earth. This vehicle, this is a fleshly, earthly vehicle. So that I can exist and experience creation in the 3D. We need this vessel. So that I can bring in the information of the plane and discern it. Yes. But my spirit never goes anywhere. It does not die. My light is immortal. It is always held in creation, always. Until we get all the way to the back to the point where everything in creation has matched the frequency of the Most High God. Because that's the journey. To raise your vibration. To tune your frequency to match the Father. So that you can move into your Dharma, into your purpose. Because that is the purpose. That is the purpose. So if you've lost physicality, know this. They are with you. Their spirit is resting. Or they may have rested long enough where they can actually come and interact with you. These vessels take in so much information, beloved, so much. That, I mean, you're always in motion, always. When you go to sleep, people be like, oh, we went to sleep, I'm getting some rest. Your vessel never rests. Creation never rests. It's always moving, always moving. Even rest is in motion. It's not still. It's not. It's not. When a vessel goes back to the dirt, it's breaking down. Other things assist it, but that source material is going to be recombinated. It's not active in the moment, but it's still held in creation. We're going to have to work on that. Yeah, give me the revelation. Let's have that revealed onto me. I ask the Father to have that revealed onto me. How does the vessel, which is returned back to earth, is it still active in some state? It is. I feel that it is still a part of the rhythm of life. Like you cannot be out of the rhythm. Because it's always a pace. It's a pulse. Again, they talking about you can hear the universe humming. Yes, you can. Anywho, let's jump into number 7. If you've lost someone, know that they are held in creation, either in rest or they probably are somewhere around you. They probably are giving you guidance, little tips and tidbits. And if you sit in quiet in that space where the breath you don't need the breath of it in this space. Father, strengthen me, spirit of might, spirit of might, spirit of might. Block out any spirit of confusion. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, needed to make sure that seal was tight. We talking about some heavy stuff, and it's energies out here that don't like that. They don't, but we gonna get it because it's time. Tis the season to remember. Yes. So, we have our spiritual guides that come after they rest, and when you need or they know you need, they will be there with you to guide you, to help you, to nudge you, to push you. Yes, thank you. Yes, I have two that sit with me all the time. So I know that it's real. And you can feel it. You can. You can feel them hug you. You can hear them. You can hear them talk to you in the spirit. You can hear them help you and counsel you and guide you and give you the comfort that you need. When you are ready to sit in that space, you can feel it if your heart is open enough to it. And some people get afraid. They do. Um, but it's because we just don't know. And a lot of what we've been taught through indoctrination has, you know, demonized it. The fact that your ancestors can come and speak with you. And they do. Keep you in the flow. Yeah. This one. Boom. Let's get into this text. We're going to wrap it up. Yeah. We had to break it down, though, so we could talk about the pathway. Because getting on the pathway of knowledge, you know, and practicing knowledge on a daily basis leads us to peace. And that peace, that it leads us back up. Ooh, yes. Practicing that knowledge on a daily basis leads us to wisdom. It's wisdom. So we have practices and principalities. And when we practice our principles on a daily basis, staying mindfully focused on that, then we definitely are on our pathway to wisdom. And wisdom is the pathway to peace. Yes. Being in a peaceful state, that Dharma, sitting in your purpose in life, knowing that you are doing what it is that you were sent here to do. Because oftentimes, you know, we don't remember. Of course we don't remember when we come in. Again, we talked about that. We might have got squirrel, where the babe has to be taught, right? You come in as a child and you're underneath your stewards. And whatever the experience is with your stewards leaves a lasting impact on you, beloved. You take that on and we start to identify. We create an identity of self, which is based around this AI vessel that we reside in. And it's based on what we see, what we experience, everything that we feel, those emotions, yes, our guidance system, yes. So, you can, again, form an identity, a sense of self around that. But that is a pseudo self. It is not your real self. It is not the light that was birthed into the plane. You have to wake up through trials and tribulations, the awakening. Through trials and tribulations, you wake up to your realness, to your real you. And then the work begins to grow you up in such a way that you fulfill your purpose, that for which you came to do, that you remember not. Sometimes associated with that are contracts. You came in to do a work, heaven touching earth to do a work. And when in that work, you've contracted to do the work before you got here. In the spirit, you said, yes, I'll go, I'm doing this. And you committed to that. And when your light knows, your infinite intelligence, the light, it knows. But you have to come into remembrance. And to do the work to remember is the hard part. And oftentimes people get stuck in the work. They don't detach. They do the most instead of doing the least. They're not conscious of their pure potentiality, right? They don't understand that they are already wrapped in a system of giving and receiving that is a cycle. That karma, we know that. You know, we hear karma, what goes around comes around. We know that. But we don't understand that we give. Every breath I give. Creation gives to me, I give to it. Every night when my mind, this up here is resting, shut the vessel down into minimal operational state to conserve its energy for longevity. Yes, that's a thing. But my body is never at rest. My heart is functioning, my lungs are functioning, my liver, everything is still working. So the vessel is still active, it's still in motion, right? And even in that space. So the ability to focus your attention in a quiet space and practice these principles on a daily basis and being detached from what you see, detached from what you hear, detached from what you feel. It is a warning system. It guides you. It tells you I'm hurt, I'm grieving. It tells you I'm happy, I'm joyful. It tells you that I'm nervous, I'm afraid. It tells you all of these things so that you can send that energy up. What's happening? What's coming into your vessel that's generating the emotion? What are the thoughts thinking that's going along with what you're feeling? Can you get that to the Father so that you can auto-correct, you can self-correct and come back into alignment? You can take all of that, have it discerned. The infinite intelligence will speak to you. It'll come in, discern it. All of this will talk. And then you come into alignment with all of you. And then you can serve that out. And the first thing that you serve is self-edification. Get that in there. Just in case you want to take a little pick. Everyone has a purpose in life, a unique gift or special talent to give onto others. And when we blend this unique talent with service to others, we experience the ecstasy and exaltation of our own spirit. When I said edification onto self, yes, you experience ecstasy and the exaltation of your own spirit. And why is that beautiful? It's not prideful, no. Why? Because your highest self is a piece of the Most High. It is owned to the Father. And if you exalt in your spirit self, baby, that's exaltation onto the Most High God. Yes, it is. Because truth be told, you are a pixel of the Father itself. You are a piece of creation. The Father is everything, the creator of all things, good and evil. So it created you. You are a piece of it. But guess what? The sum is still greater than all of its parts. The Father is greater than all of its parts. Yeah, you a pixel. So I'll never say that you are the Father itself. No. But you are called from and made for. You are a piece of it. You are a piece of it. And all of us pieces of creation are still just a part of the Father. There's more. But wait, there's more. I'm going to dive that card out. But wait, there's more. Anywho, y'all. So the exaltation of your own spirit, which is the ultimate goal of all goals. And we just pretty much said that in some summation. So when you work, this is like a little, do you want to read that? No. Okay. So the seventh spiritual law of success is the law of Dharma. Dharma is a Sanskrit word that means purpose in life. The law of Dharma says that we have taken manifestation in physical form to fulfill a purpose. The field of pure potentiality is divinity in its essence. The field of pure potentiality, number one, is divinity in its essence. And the divine takes human form to fulfill a purpose. Heaven touching earth to do the work of heaven. Get that in there. So according to this law, principalities, laws that we practice on a daily. According to this law, you have a unique talent and a unique way of expressing it. Creation is whole, but we are all individuals, okay? So, when we're in that wholeness state in the spirit, it's very difficult to experience you as your own individual pixel. So to choose to come back and do that in this 3D vessel is like to what? Yes, I get a chance to see, smell, hear, taste, touch, emotions, all that. I got an intuitive mind. I can think. I mean, and whatever I think, I can manifest. So as a man thinketh, Ashe. And I know that I'm connected to the Father. I mean, like to the grand cosmic mind, the infinite intelligence of the all, that the breath of life fills me. And I am acting out the Father's will in every capacity. Am I doing it? Are we doing it? And that right there allows the Father to experience itself in every capacity across the, like everywhere. Every manifestation, every thought, every imagination. Can you imagine yourself as many selves as you could be? Imagine yourself being a bazillion, fulfilling, quadrillion, like in infinite cells, like in every form. Like I could be a tree, I could be a rock, I could be a river, I could be a volcano, I could be a tornado, I could be a nuclear explosion, I could be anything. I mean anything. Right now I'm just experiencing myself as Lati. As my spiritual self. Like my spiritual self is riding around in this vessel that is called Lati. Yeah. And to go through this process of discovering, the plane in this manifestation, and to discover the work, remember it, and then get about it, because I came to do a work. I came from heaven to earth to do a work. And to go about the business of discovering that work, seeking within self so I can pull that out using these principles. Oh, that's the whole thing. And then when I do that, that is the ultimate goal of all goals, right? The exaltation and ecstasy. Ooh, it's something about saying that just does it for me. I mean, it get my whole root going. I'm just saying, Dharma, to be in my purpose, that's sexy. That's sexy. That's hella sexy. I'm just saying. Anywho. According to this law, you have a unique talent and a unique way of expressing it. There is something that you can do better than anyone else in the whole world. Like no other piece of creation can do what you're doing. They just can't. That's why it's in you. For every unique talent and unique expression of that talent, there is also unique needs. When these needs are matched with the creative expression of your talent, that is the spark that creates affluence. Ooh. Let's do it again. When these needs are matched with the creative expression of your talent, that is the spark that creates affluence. Expressing your talents to fulfill needs creates unlimited wealth and abundance. Let's read that again. Expressing your talents to fulfill needs creates unlimited wealth and abundance. If you could start straight from children, right from the beginning with this thought, you'd see the effect that it has on their lives. But oftentimes we don't start from babes. We don't. We have layers of conformity put on us, things that are defining you while you're a child, while you're formulating your identity of self. There are things that come against you as a child. We talked about healing, letting some things go. It may be in the other reading, the one that we did just a few minutes ago before this one. So check them both out. Check them both out. Okay? In fact, let's see. Do you want to read that? No. Let's go here. There are 3 components to the law of Dharma. The first component says that each of us is here to discover our true self. We're all here to discover our true self, to remember what you already know. The infinite intelligence of the all knows, but we don't remember it, right? We come in, we have conformities placed upon us. We don't remember. We're babes. You have to discover what you already know. When that intuition hits you, yeah, that intuition is telling you something that you already know. It may have been triggered by something that you saw. It brought it back to you. It hit you in the kingdom. That gut hit. You felt that emotion in the gut. It told you, pay attention, clue into that. And made you remember something that you knew. It pulled it out of this pineal, out of those Akashic records back into the forefront of your mind. Pulled it out. Boom. Like going to the shelf on the library and pulling out them old books and putting it right in front of you. That's what that is. So, the first component says that each of us is here to discover our true self, to find out on our own that our true self is spiritual. That essentially we are spiritual beings that have taken manifestation in the physical form. Yes, we are not human beings having occasional spiritual experiences. Flip that shit. We flip it. You are not a human being, period. You are a spiritual essence having a human experience. You ride around in a vehicle that we call human. Yes. It's the other way around. We're spiritual beings having occasional human experiences. We just said that. Each of us is here to discover our highest self or our spiritual self. That's the first fulfillment of the law of Dharma. That's the first fulfillment. We must find out for ourselves that inside of us is a god or goddess in embryo that wants to be born so that we can express our divinity. Is it an embryo form? No. What is it? It's huge. It already knows it's mature. That's the one thing I don't disagree. I don't agree with that. Sorry, Deepak, but my spirit guides in the Most High, the Infinite, creator of all of creation, says that your spirit is grown. Your light been called. And you probably done been through this manifestation a couple of times. You just gaining experience, more experience. It's learning because it's levels to this, beloved. It's levels. It ain't no one level and then we just going off into, but that's the indoctrination. But it's levels to this. You ascend, you rise up, and you go through a level, or you might have to return and come back and play it again. When they say this baby done been here before, they ain't lying. Let that sit in your chakra. Let me get a sip. I know we at one. It's okay. We're going to go a little bit longer. Hang on in there with your girl. Hang on in there. 'Tis the season to remember. And this one is important. So we have to go down through there. The second component of the law of Dharma is to express our unique talents, to express it. So first we have to discover it. We discover it within self, and then we express it. Yes. The law of Dharma says that every human being has a unique talent. Each spirit light is different, and each of us came to do a work from heaven. And each of that work is different. It is. So therefore, to find it, to discover it, and then to express it, yes, huge. So expression is the second law. You have a talent that is so unique in its expression that has, you have a talent that is unique in its expression, so unique that there's no one else alive on this planet that has that talent or that expression of that talent. So even if some people have a talent in the same area, nobody can express that talent the way that you will express it. You will bring your uniqueness to that space. So for instance, this is tarot, right? It's how many tarot readers, how many readers, but me, Lati, in my unique expression will deliver this in a way that nobody else does. That's why I can claim and say I'm your favorite channeled messenger. Because for me, I am. I'm going to do it in the way that I was designed to do it. I'm going to deliver it the way that I was designed to deliver it. And so it doesn't matter what the saturation of the market is. My unique expression, me, I am my own niche. I make a niche in the market by simply expressing my talent in the field of what I'm supposed to do. I do it naturally. And that, again, is my niche. It's my own lane, carved out in a field full of others, in the field of creation. So it doesn't matter if you're a baker and you opening up a bake shop and you know 17 other bakers. You're going to do it in a way that they don't do it. Doesn't matter if you are a tax accountant and that's what it is. You're supposed to count money and make sure everything is balanced and fair. You know, that there's a justice in finance or whatever the case may be, you know. But you're going to do it in a way that is different from the others. Let's get it. The third component of the law of Dharma is service to humanity. That's the third component. Oftentimes people stop at one. They discover it, but they don't go further and actually express it and push it out. Right? Because to push it out means you have to push past. We saw Five of Cups get pushing out, jumping out, and while we were chopping down the table, I believe. In that Five of Cups, we see 3 cups in front of us that represent lack, something missing. And we see 2 cups behind us. The 2, I believe, is, the Most High God and you, your spirit. Like when you partner up with that, you'll be able to push through anything, because that is exactly what you need to move forward, to push through, to be seen, to unlock your chakra, your heart space, so that you can really dig into that fortitude. You can hear what the Father is saying, sitting on the throne of praise. You can praise through anything, and that galvanizes you. It's good energy, it's good frequency, it's a vibratory thing to that allows you to flow through any circumstance. Even though you looking at them 3 cups, what's behind you or what's within you is you in the spirit of the Lord. Your highest spiritual self and the Father is with you at all times. And with those 2 things, you could persevere, you could push through anything and be seen, despite the lack that you see in front of you. Let's get it. But to go further and to serve your fellow humans and to ask yourself the questions, how can I help? How can I help all those that I come into contact with? When you combine the ability to express your talent with service to humanity, then you make full use of your Dharma, the full use of the law of Dharma, and coupled with experience of your own spirituality, come on, Daddy, the field of pure potentiality, there is no way you will not have access to the unlimited abundance. Unlimited. Unlimited. Because that is what's real. And that is the real way that abundance is achieved. And when I say abundance, unlimited abundance, I'm talking about life. I'm talking about as your soul prospers. And I'm talking about health and happiness, joy, fulfilled, the exaltation and the ecstasy of your soul. The ecstasy and the exaltation of your soul. Come on, that is the goal of the ultimate goals. Woo! Father, come on, 'tis the season to remember, beloved, 'tis the season. I create my reality with the thoughts I think and the things I focus on. Are you focused on them 3 cups in front of you? The ones that spilled over? That somebody that knocked over, kicked over, the ones that you messed around and kicked over? You kicked over one, somebody kicked over another one, the wind came and blew the other one down. So you still looking at 3 cups of lack. What you don't have, what's not in them. But you don't see what's really in you or behind you, what's been pushing you forward. You don't see everything behind you, and the fact that, thank you, Father, for bringing that analogy. What's behind you is every success in them 2 cups. Every success that you and the Father have built. Like the Father is carrying you and pushing you forward and serving you and feeding you. Has brought you to this far. Brought them cups is standing right there behind your feet. I can see it. It's so clear. They right there behind you. Every experience that has brought you through to show you, to show you that if you can come this far, you can damn sure move past these 3 cups right here. Quit crying over spilled milk. Don't even pay that no attention. Because the lack that you think that is there, no, is not no lack. You are unlimited, and everything behind you says that you are. Everything that you persevered through says that you are. It gives you the encouragement, the inspiration. It provides everything that you need so that you can go back out on the hunt and get it. You can get it. You can discover your trueness inside of you. Pull that out, develop it, express it out, and then when you so full, beloved, it spills all over everything. You can serve it. You keep discovering and putting in you and building 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 you, and you praise and praise and praise through anything that you see. And what's going to drop down on you, baby, is more than anything that you can imagine. I'm saying unlimited, unlimited, unlimited. Get that in there, baby. Get it in there. In the meantime, Breathe. Breathe. Sit into the, be committed to that. Commitment. Commitment is right here. I am committed to my growth and my dreams. I set routines, practicing these principles on a daily. 7 of them. Practice them. 6 principles to get you to that Dharma, which is 7. Practicing them 6 principles. Practice them. 7 laws to success. 7 spiritual laws to success. And this ain't in nobody. We ain't gonna go there. I set routines and habits that help me evolve into my fullest potential. Commitment. I set routines that allow me to develop into my fullest potential. It helps me evolve. Even though I may not see, come on, Father, you looking at them 3 cups that lack. I may not see the physical manifestation of my desires. I know that they have vibrationally manifested and they are on their way. Vibrationally manifested means that you have put yourself in a rhythm state. You can see that thing. You can feel it. You're talking about the pure field of, I can't even get it out. The field of pure potentiality. Applying the law. We're going to go here. And then we're going to jump back over to 7. I will get in touch with the field of pure potentiality by taking each day. Get it right, get it right, get it tight, get it right, get it tight, get it right. Let's get into the flow. Get into the flow. Let's get it. I will get in touch with the field of pure potentiality by taking time each day to be silent, to just be. Just breathe, baby. Put yourself in that space where you could just breathe. Be, where that breath goes up and you just sit there. And just be. Yes. Yes. I will also sit alone in silent meditation at least twice a day for approximately 30 minutes in the morning and 30 minutes in the evening. Can you add in a lunch break just to bring yourself back from the happenings of the day? You've taken in a lot. That first half, give yourself a mental rest, balancing out those energies. Your energy field, balance them out. And then you can go off and face the rest. Yes. I will take time each day to commune with nature, even if it's in your mind. We saw that in the other. Go on back and watch that other episode. I will take time each day to commune with nature and to silently witness the intelligence within every living thing. Can we see the intelligence of every living thing? The sparseness on this tree. It reminds me that there are seasons and that there are things that are going to be taken away from me. To hold on lightly. I can't control. I have to detach. Just as the trees do. To be rooted, to be grounded. Just as the trees are grounded. That the roots grow down. That there's shadow work to be done underneath there. That make me strong. Yes. It's a reminder. I put myself in that mindset. It doesn't matter that it's not physically what we call real. My mind makes it real. My mind makes it real. I will sit silently and watch a sunset or listen to the sound of the ocean or a stream or simply smell the scent of a flower. When I was in my darkness and I didn't want to be here, what brought me back was counting flowers. I could see the diversity of the plant. It was beautiful. I could see how the bees take the pollen and pollinate the earth. It helps everything grow. Do you know what would happen if we didn't have bees to do their work? In the ecstasy of my own silence, and by communing with nature, I will enjoy the life of throb of ages, the life throb of ages, the rhythm, the flow, the humming, that flow, the vibration, the frequency. Ashe. The field of pure potentiality and unbounded creativity. unbounded creativity. Creation is whole and it expresses itself in every possible, infinite possibilities, unbounded, each with free will to create and express its uniqueness all over plane. Let's jump back into 7 and finish that up. Come on, Father. Work it out. Applying the law of Dharma. Let's get that in there. Hopefully y'all can see that. I pray you can. Okay? I will put the law of Dharma into effect by making a commitment to taking the following steps. Today I will lovingly nurture the God or goddess in fullness, wholeness that lies deep within my soul, my kingdom space, yes. I will pay attention to the spirit within me that animates both my body, and my mind. I will awaken myself to the deep stillness within my heart and carry the consciousness of timeless, eternal being in the midst of time-bound experience. This is a time-bounded experience. But I will carry the consciousness of timelessness, eternal being in the midst of this time-bound experience. Because every life we come into this manifestation in a vessel that's going to expire. So we only have so much time, and we know not what the time is. We don't remember all of the contract and why we came here, what work we were sent here to do, that we said we would come to do. We don't know the work. Therefore, we don't know the day. We don't know the time. We don't know what we are here to galvanize, to catalyze, what effect or ripple into creation we are sent here to create. The infinite intelligence syncopates with certainty and uncertainty. I will make a list of my unique talents. Brainstorming much? Then I will list all the things that I love to do while expressing my unique talents. When I express my unique talents and use them in the service of humanity, I lose track of time. Is there something that you do, beloved, that you lose track of time? Yes. And create abundance in my life as well as in the lives of others. I will ask myself daily, how can I serve? I will serve and I will be of service. I will ask myself daily, how can I serve and how can I help? Surrendering my vessel back unto the Most High God, that which sent me, because heaven came to do a work. So to allow the Father to guide me on a daily, to help me remember, to help me recall what that work is, to develop myself in such a way that I can be prepared to serve, edified, self-edification, to edify the Lord, our eternal Lord of creation, that which called it all. Answers to these questions will allow me to help and serve my fellow human beings with love. Serving that back out onto my wheat so that they may too be edified, so that they can edify the source. Performing the work that we were sent here to perform. Yeah. Because heaven touched earth to do a work that we know not, that we remember not. And we go through this manifestation to remember. We do. We use this deck. Is there anything else in here? Yes, Father, thank you. Do you want this? This one right here. Okay. Coming my way. All right. What's coming your way? What's coming your way, beloved? What's coming your way, beloved? Beloved. I'm feeling a little tongue-tied. Yeah, trying to confuse it. It's okay. We're going to press through. We're going to press through. We're going to persevere. Yeah. Releasing anger is here. Releasing anger. A lot of people are angry. And again, sometimes it starts from childhood. You know, those things that happen when you're a kiddo that you don't really have a lot of control over. Yeah, they can put those layers of conformity on you. And sometimes when we have been taught things that cover up the truth. Is there anything else in here now? Okay, Ashe. Food is the thing. Yeah. Masking. Yeah. And then sometimes when we don't eat the right thing, our body is not energized. Present. Father says stop here. Present. So I'm just going to read it. Present and expressing love. Y'all go. Present. I got to pull this deck right here. I'm just going to sit it right here so y'all can see. Present is here. In this present moment, I have nothing to worry about. I take life. It's a journey. We've been talking about that, excuse me. It's a journey. Let me get a little sip. It's a journey. So I take it step by step, following your intuition and your desires. Yeah. Because it's speaking to you to tell you. I told you, when you get that inspiration, that desire, it hits you, something is triggered by something else, then yeah, it's calling back something that you remember, that you don't remember, into your forefront so that you can remember, you can dig into it, you can discover what you already know. Yeah. Joyfully overcoming any bumps along the way. When you live like this, you don't have to worry about the future. You don't. It will unfold in divine timing. Expressing love. That's this one. Expressing love, beloved. Today, I notice the things I appreciate about the people in my life. I take a moment to send them love and to wish them well. Well wishes to all of you. Thank you so much for being here, for riding with your girl, for rocking with me. If you vibe so far, subscribe to the channel. If you care about this message, share it out. Sharing is caring, yes. And if you really dig in the spell, hit that bell. Come on back in here for another one. We do it on a daily. My love is infinite, and it feels great to express it. It definitely does. This right here definitely feels great for me to express, but I got to show you this because we said this, but wait, there's more. Look at it come out. Come on, daddy. But wait, there's more. Just when you think, follow my joy. Yeah, today I will write down 10 things. Didn't we just say write them down, beloved? Come on, daddy, give it to them. They don't know. Follow my joy. Today I will write down 10 things that I enjoy doing. Yes. Just read that out that text. Just read it. Daddy said that is for real. And then dropped on the floor. It is a root foundational principle. Pick my book up. No, we can leave it. We'll get it. The things that make me feel good and raise my mood, then I'll pick one for as many as I feel guided to do and go do it. When I am having fun and enjoying life, I am a state of allowing for all that I desire. When you are, ooh, you in the flow, you got the flow. Come on with it. Water them dreams, baby. Water them. Water your dreams. You may be looking at 3 spilled cups in front of you, but when I tell you, you can water them, let's get it. All I desire is on its way to me, but like a seed, my dreams too must be watered. You gotta water them. You gotta nurture you. Nurture. My belief and determination is what makes them grow. Yeah, you got to believe. I will be patient through the journey. It's coming your way, but you got to be patient through your journey. You do. Yep. Intentions, morning rituals we hear, conscious focus. Yes. What's the last one? Y'all see me. Water your dreams. Water them. Water them. Nurture you. Invest in you. I seed myself. I do. Why? Because I invest in me. Yes, I do. You think, sometimes I'd be mad if I'm not the first one to watch my session. Trust. Because I seed myself. I do. I have to watch it. Not only am I growing and getting self-edification out of it, because these messages, I read for the wheat, baby, and I know I'm called for good bread. So therefore, we do it for self-edification, to see if there is something in there for self that we get out of it. Yes. And that right there is good. And then we grow our talent. We do. We see where Spirit was saying something or doing something, or like, okay, what the first time Spirit ever moved a card on my table, like took that card and popped it out of my hand, beloved. Yeah, scared to, I did not understand what was happening. I thought, and then the card said called. I was like, ooh. It literally, you go back and watch through my video with this one or this one, this one, this. All right. You go back through my videos, it's a clip that talks about it. You could see literally the car jump off the deck. I had never experienced it before. Shocked me. It was shocking. And as a reader, and if I'm doing it and it's like, and I pick the card up and turn it over and hit me like this, it said call. This says power. The power of the Most High. You will be shocked with what kind of power that you contain when you tap in. When I'm talking about tap, tap, tap in like that, sweetie, tap, tap, tap in. Yes, when you get tapped and the Most High tap you because you done said, oh, I'm here for you to use me. Yeah, that power that comes in, woo, beloved, you stepping in that Dharma, whoo, and you serving that out, that card jumped up off my deck. And when I read the card, it said called. C-A-L-L-E-D, called. Now, it takes some belief to read that out into the ether. That the display of power that just took place for the world to see, and the card says called, and I have to read that, baby. You want this on the table? All right then. Do you want to get this one? Instincts. Instinct. It's something in you that you instinctually do it. You instinctually do it. And when you get into the flow, your instincts take over and it's just like flow. You just flow with it. Because you moving from your gut space, from your instinct. Yes. Come on with this thing, Father. Challenge. Father said we challenged from you just like I was. I was challenged. It was like, to what I'm telling you, it's like I made a 60-second clip on it. You can go watch it and you could see me shocked. I even said something must be wrong, and there was nothing wrong. And guess what? That same card came out later in the reading. It did. It showed up. It represented itself. Now you tell me you don't get opportunity that you know that you was meant for, you was designed for, and you felt like you wasn't good enough, that it couldn't be right. That it don't show up for you later on when you more confident and secure in your ability to believe that it's for you. It comes back. That's why the time is always now. Whatever you designed to do, whatever you are meant to do, even if you scared in this moment because you get that with those childhood things, those conformities come against you and shatter your self-esteem. And you got a blockage in this heart space telling you what you could do, what you could be, or who you are, or what you're being, or any of that. Looking at them 3 cups. You want this one? Telling you what you could be. You got to develop that strength. Telling you what you could do, what you could be in it. And you might have some strong power. Your power might be strong, like hella strong. Like flip the card off a deck strong. Like I'm not even touching it. Like it just popped off. It ain't no static. It ain't no none of that. When these decks get solid, when I tell you, when this boy is not gonna move, I could drop it and it don't move. When spirit wants a card, it'll shift. It'll do what it wants to do. You want this one right here? All right, let's get it. You want this one? No, this one right here. Which one? This one? This one? This? Anything in inside? Yes. Come on. Show me where it's at. This? Or this. To have you create whatever it is that you are supposed to make, and that's in a challenge. We got hunt right back. Hunt is on the challenge. Go after. We saw victory. We see wisdom. I'm not playing, y'all. I am not. Father says, you done with this deck? All right. One last energy for your week. One last energy for your week. One last energy. Is it this or this? This? Consummation of what? They're not consuming you. Words and laws. Father said, consume, to eat daily. My daily bread leads you to healing. Consume the word daily. These principles, practice them daily. That we cannot live by bread alone, but we must live by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of the Lord, our Creator. Now let's break that down just a quick second. I know we're getting long. We at 1.5, and I don't think I've ever been this long. But anywho, think about the fact that creation is whole and it is called by the Lord, right? Our Creator called everything by its infinite intelligence, its word, right? Its word. It spoke its word out, right? And moved by the breath of life, by the force, the breath. Now, everything in creation is called by the word. We saw the card that says, the book says to look at nature, to get back in touch with it. There's a word on nature. There's an intelligence. It's not just script. It's not just text. It is not just that. The word of the Father is written on everything and in everything. So therefore you can read it all. When you sit in nature and you can see how the flowers bloom, how the trees go through seasons, how the planet rotates, how everything is in motion. Nothing is ever stagnant. It's always moving. It's always growing. It's always evolving, adapting, and changing. It takes in the adversity and it creates new. Again, volcanic ash is the most nutrient soil on the planet. You grow anything in that volcanic, the dirt, the soil that comes from that, it is highly nutritious, and that it comes from the fire out of the belly of the earth. Taking all of that, releasing of the anger, it takes all of that rage, that anger, pulls it up, transmutes it out, and spills it out. And when it cools and settles, it has been watered. You talking about, yeah, it brings some balance. Balance for what? Opportunities for growth. Growth, what is this? It's expansive. It expands. And we each can do that in our own unique life. Have some self-appreciation for the wonderful vessel that you are. New Adventures was right behind that. Yes. Oh, we dropped that. We getting excited, y'all. We are. Let's get we're going to do another one. We got to do that. We got a question after this. You want this first? Nope. Let's put that down. But we landed on feeling safe. It's something about feeling safe. There's a resistance to you feeling safe. There's a resistance to you feeling safe. Again, something in childhood to be healed. To be what, beloved? Healed. Healed. We got to heal it. Radical rebirth is here. To be reborn is to get you into your creativity, but you can't get there without an awakening. And what the fuck brings the goddamn awakening? The storms. The storms of life. Let's question. Let's see. Let's dig it out. Come on, Father. Yes, the Father, the Infinite. Do you want this one? Nope. Okay. Let's see. Let's get it. Is it this? No? What is it? This? Father is slowing me down. I'm hyped. I know. Father says, what are you thankful for today? Tis the season. Somebody is challenged with being thankful. Because again, looking at them 3 cups that's sitting in front of them. I got 15% on my phone, so we're going to have to wrap this up. We getting long. Mess around and run out of storage too. Yeah. Am I doing more of the things that keep me alive or more of the things that make me feel alive? What makes me feel alive? That's the thing. What makes you feel alive? Again, getting into that Dharma. This one. Anything else? No? Any last energy for your week? That's it. Father says, think about, what are you thankful for today? Do you want anything out of here? Yes. Do we have it already? Where is it? Right here? This one? No? This one? Okay. Grounding. Father says, get grounded. Get rooted. Maybe you don't feel rooted. Maybe these storms have uprooted you. And maybe you want to have these miracles get to it again, that Dharma, your purpose, But getting rooted, getting grounded, what are you thankful for? Are you thankful for, again, those 2 cups? Are you thankful for the track that you've taken? Are you thankful for, being where you are and knowing that where you're at has given you everything that you need to go forward, to shine. Yeah, that you have it all. And when you look at this card, she's a tree, rooted, grounded. Look at that. Being grounded is what you need to shine. Everything comes from there, from your foundation. Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of the Father. Is it a spill? Or you want all of them? Look at all of them. Okay. This one first. This one. Okay. Being reborn. Radical rebirth is here. This one. This one. This one. This one. Now this one. Okay. Being reborn. I don't know if this sacred lust is this. Is it the deepest passion? Yes, the spiritual deep passion, sacred passion. Yes, something that you really, really long for from your heart space, I feel. Yes, yes, yes. Which one? This one? This one? Okay. Mask. Maybe you've got something covering you up. Maybe you're wearing a mask. You're not really being real with you, beloved. That could be the thing. It really could. Maybe you are around people who are wearing masks. Yes, thank you, Father. Maybe you are wearing, people who are masking themselves. Maybe your situation doesn't look like what you think it should look like. Again, maybe you grew up with a parent that wore a mask, like that narcissistic type of energy. We sometimes have narcissistic parents. We do. And that creates a big thing for us as children. We done went long when I had to put another layer of lip gloss on. I done talked my lip gloss off for a second time. That ain't right. We finna wrap it up. You want this one? This one? This one? Okay. You have power. We saw power come out again. We saw power right here. With strength and power, cosmic power, right here. What are these two cards, beloved? That's confirmation. That's confirmation. Look at this. Look at that. Oh, that's so good. It's so good, beloved. Can you see this? Can you see this yellow behind there? Do you see that? Oh, baby. When I said you got strong power, you got cosmic power. Oh, that root just activated with the ecstasy, the exaltation of your soul. Ooh, 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 ooh. Father, this right here. Maybe something about what you're supposed to do is to speak up. Speak up. Speak up. Speak up. Speak up. Lend your voice. Offer your voice. Offer your voice up. Whatever it is, you may have opportunities that you are not seeing. Maybe you're challenged by what's coming your way or things that are coming into you, or you want something to come to you that you really, really want it and you're challenged with getting it, or feeling like you can't get it. Unique opportunities aligned with my desires present themselves to me. I feel like you think that they're not. That maybe that the opportunities for you have passed. Like you don't have the opportunity or the availability or the nows to do it. Like maybe, I hear Eminem. You only get one shot to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better lose yourself in the moment. You own it. You better never let it go, right? But like I said, if that thing is meant for you, and you felt like it's gone away, like it'll never represent itself again, that's not true. That's not the truth. If it's really for you and you are now aligned with it, you are vibrating and you are on that frequency level, you will call it in. You will call in every opportunity. Every opportunity where you will call in, it will resonate with you. I attract all that I need to make my realities come true. You create the ability to attract. You attract it. You attract it. You attract it. You vibrate with it. You resonate with it. It's a frequency. It's a frequency. And you can do it instinctually. You can do it instinctually. Get on a hunt. A hunt to heal yourself. A hunt. Get that power, that desire, that ravenous desire. Like, get hungry. Hunters are hungry. They go out there and they go get it. They go get it. But heal first. And get on the hunt. Get on the hunt. Let's get it. 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 Get it. Cosmic power, baby. Cosmic power. Power. Look at that. That's so beautiful. That synchronicity is just so amazing. Yes, it is. But guess what? I ain't afraid of it no more. Ooh, no. I ain't afraid of it no more. I ain't afraid to be vulnerable. Let it all hang out. I ain't perfect with this thing. Not at all. But that's why the Father is here. My spirit to pull me back. Father might say you're moving too fast. You can't feel me flow. Pull back. You're getting in front of me. I'm going to need to go before you. Just so that you can be sure in what you know. Because you think you know. But baby, it's some cords that you got to cut. Cut it. Cut it. Cut the cord. Awaken. Surrender to your intuition so that you can have the fulfillment, the ecstasy, the exaltation of your soul. Can you nurture that? Can you nurture that? Can you grow that? Because it's coming. Oh yeah, it's coming your way. What do you have to be thankful for? Your walk. Everything that you've been through so far. It's pushing you to your Dharma. It's pushing you to your purpose. Look at those principles. Get that book. 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. Deepak Chopra. It's on Amazon. Less than $15. That is less than a whole bunch of something else that you can spend that money on. It'll be a great investment into you. Water your dreams. Water them. This is the Tears and Wheat Rose show. Way longer than we expected to. But you sure enough never know what you're going to get. I never know. You know, we have to let it come together. It was a slow pot, crock pot. You think, you know, kind of, I don't know. You know, something. And damn sure wasn't like popping with grease the whole time and just frying. But we got warmed up, we did. But it was one of those things to chew on, you know, something that's going to be good for our soul, that's edifying. And I pray that you were able to make it through it, to sit through it, to vibe with me. And if you did vibe, subscribe. And if you care about this message, share it out, share it out. Sharing is caring, it is. And if you want to be here for every spell, hit that bell, that little naughty bell, yeah. You know, watch this while you're, listen to it while you're on a little long drive, going somewhere, you know. While you're in the kitchen putting them bangs on, cooking that holiday dinner. To the next time, y'all. To the next time. To the next now. Know this. I love you. I love you. I love you just like I love me. And I love me because I love the source, the creator that made thee by its infinite intelligence, the word, and by its breath of life. It binds and connects us all. Yes. And as I am connected to you and you to me, I love thee. Yes. To the next now. Ashe. Mwah.